Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. So what I wanted to talk about just real briefly today is Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, the fight that's coming up next week on the 20th, next Saturday. And what I wanted to say, first off, Crawford, he's one of my best fighters. I got him number 2 after Canelo. I got Canelo as the best pound for pound fighter right now, currently, and I have Terrence Crawford as number 2. But what I do want to say is Sean Porter is a rough, rugged dude. He come in the fight, he comes in shape, and he said himself, man, that, he really needs this fight because it's going to cement his legacy. So that means, man, I think he's going to come with a little extra buzz to, compared to how he's been coming, and particularly like the Errol Spence fight. He took Errol Spence to the brink, man. He took Errol Spence to where he had never been before. And, if it wasn't for that knockdown, Sean Porter probably would have won that fight. I still had him winning, and I still had it at least a draw, but they gave it to Errol Spence. But definitely, if he wouldn't have got knocked down, I believe they would have gave it to him the nod. So with Terrence Crawford, I think Terrence Crawford, man, he's very talented, a lot of skill. He can switch from orthodox to southpaw. He got good speed and good power, but I think you got to be very careful. One of the things I noticed with Crawford is when he goes backwards, when he moves backwards, he stumbles a lot. And he gets hit going backwards because he stumbles. He seems like he don't have his balance. It seems like his balance is just really off, and you can hurt him going backwards. You can touch him. And honestly, Crawford gets touched up. He gets touched up in fights anyway. He could be hit, is my point. So, because Crawford can be hit and going backwards, he stumbles. I'm sure Sean Porter, his trainer, his father, they're going to be looking at that. They're going to look at some of the negative tendencies that he has, and they might try to push that envelope to push him backwards, because that's what Sean Porter does anyway. But with Crawford, because he stumbles and he gets hit a lot going backwards, I'm sure they're going to try to go for that. So Crawford, I'm just saying, I got him winning the fight, and I kind of believe he's going to stop Sean Porter, but that doesn't mean he's not going to have some rocky moments in that fight. That doesn't mean in the beginning he's going to get tested. I think he's definitely going to get tested, and I think you need to be on point. You need to be very careful, man, because the fights that I've seen, all his fights, I've seen a lot of his fights. Again, it seems like every time he's going backwards, he stumbles. He looks very unorthodox, very sloppy, and he gets tagged. And even in the middle of the ring, man, he gets tagged. I watched, the fight with Amir Khan. Amir Khan landed some shots on him, I watched the fight with Kell Brook. Kell Brook didn't land a lot of shots on him, but, he landed a couple of shots. But, Terrence Crawford, man, you gotta really be careful, man. Kyle Velasquez, I watched that fight. He definitely landed shots on Crawford and kind of, stumbled him, hurt him in that fight. I don't know if you want to call it a stumble, but he definitely hurt Crawford for a minute in that fight. He caught him real good. So yeah, he'd definitely be open for the counters. He'd be open for punches. And, we'll see what happens, man, on Saturday. All right? So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Peace and blessings. Hope everyone is having a good day. In this corner boxing 24. I'm also on Instagram. You could support me on there. But definitely like and subscribe my page. And I appreciate it. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.